It is like snow blindness in the background.
Come on, Jean.
It's all like pure snow white.
Hello, folks. Welcome to Fandango Friday. I'm in Louisiana with Louisiana Whiskey Reviews. James P. Madonna is in New Jersey.
The world's loudest, most obnoxious gigolo.
Guaranteed to give you a headache in less than 2 minutes. Whiskey Scout is in Kansas and Beverage Rambles in Georgia. And we probably have other people joining. Let's look at a few comments here. Yes, we did start it 1 minute late. Sorry.
Oh, gee.
Oh, boy.
Crucifying you for that?
Yep.
You'd be crucified.
He's crucified.
Now, so we're going to bring in different liquors and liqueurs, and James is going to start us off.
Well, I'm not going to pour it yet, but I'll tell you what it is.
Oh, I mean, start us off with the, the
Oh,
intro.
Okay. Ale Krampus. All right, now, I brought something I never had before. Brooklyn Brewery Brown Ale at 5.6% ABV. I have the website for later.
Okay. Now, we're going to let this slide because you haven't been around for a while, but really Fandango Friday for the last few years has been liquor or liqueur, but that's okay. That's okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot.
No big deal.
That's right. That's the
Wednesday. You're thinking of Wednesday.
Yeah, the first Wednesday of the month. You're right. Wait a minute. I do have something. Wait a minute.
Uh-oh.
I do have something in the freezer. Hold on, folks.
See, James is very, what's the word?
Resourceful.
Resourceful. Yeah, I couldn't think of the word.
And unpredictable, too. Okay, hold on. What is he? I'll be right back. In a flash. But if you want to go to the others, come back.
All right. So now we have Pete Mash and Louisiana also. So I'll show y'all what I have real fast, and then we'll go down the line and I'll add the products. So I have this. This is called Nikka Days. If it'll focus, that'll be nice. I hope it doesn't take days to focus. All right.
Multiple days.
What is it? It won't focus. There we go.
It's Japanese.
Finally.
Smooth and delicate blended whiskey. It was introduced in 2018, I found out. It only arrived in the U.S. 4 years ago. It's according to the Nikka Distillery Company, it's made for daily drinking. That's what they call it. There's a write-up on the back. I'll show the website later. So it's 40% alcohol.
Step program for that.
Well, and they do have it at local stores in Louisiana, but I never saw it before until like a few days ago. Okay, but anyway, that's what I have. James is going to bring something in. He's resourceful, like I said. Couldn't think of the word. Turn on my lamps now. I think I can do all right.
I'm back. Hold on.
Okay.
Resourcefulness. All right. Where am I? Okay. All right. This is what I have. I had it in the freezer for a while. What I did was I took it. Hey.
All right. You got a comment. You got a comment first.
Do you think Steve Austin returns for next WrestleMania? Cheer, but he has cerebral issues. His neck, his vertebrae in his neck, just like Edge.
Who is Steve Austin?
Yeah, you got to be careful.
I
With the
thought
neck.
Steve Austin was a $6 million man.
Oh no, that's
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, the guy that
The name has been passed on.
The guy that used to go in slow motion like this.
Right.
Goes,
Stone Cold said so.
Okay,
oh,
I have the Ford distilled vodka. I should have gotten gin, Georgie, and I got Tribune. What the? I got Tribuno, extra dry vermouth,
Okay.
vermouth, and I made myself with a whole bunch of olives, a dirty martini. It's been in the freezer. All right, which is 1 cup of vodka or gin and a tablespoon of dry vermouth, and you can add lemon with the zest or olives. And then what you do is you pour a tiny bit of brine from the jar of olives in there, shaken, not stirred. He's laughing, whiskey. Shaken, not stirred. It's a good thing I had this in the freezer. Shake, 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 shake your martini. Shake your booty. So anyway, that's what I have.
All right. Georgie vodka. I'm going to put that in there.
Let me see if do I have to get my magnifying glass? It's from made from grain, distilled from grain, 4 times distilled. Let's see if it has.
Probably 40%.
Yeah. You know what? Actually, what am I doing? I don't need my magnifying glass. I got the zoom on the phone here. Amazing. Do things.
I have an interpreter on my phone.
Interpreter.
Interprets languages.
Oh yeah, I used the.
It interprets New York City language too.
Yeah. Hey yo, what the hell's the matter with you? No, I do.
Different regions.
I use the Microsoft translator, which speaks to you, in very well.
Speak Jersey.
Speak Jersey.
Speak Jersey.
What the hell's the matter with you? 40% alcohol. JT, yeah, certainly. No, that's Curly. It says 80 proof, 40% as usual.
Okay.
Bottled by Black Prince Distillery, Baltimore, Maryland. Let me see if it's imported.
It's got to be imported.
Made in USA. Georgie?
Hmm.
That don't make sense. Look at that. It looks like it's from Europe.
Yeah, but they try to do that. They'll try to make,
are you sure it's from Georgia, United States, or Georgia, Baltic state?
and you said Baltimore, Maryland? That's Majestic Distilling. Okay.
Black Prince. I know.
But are they just the importer or the distiller?
No, it says made in the USA, and then it says bottled in Baltimore.
All right,
I don't know. American vodkas I notice have been advertising a lot. They're very popular, but I'm going to use gin next time because that's the original recipe, and it turns out
Martini.
the martini was invented in the 19th century, I believe, during the gold rush out in California. That's where the drink. I think the town was Martinez, California, or something or other. I don't know how they got the name Martini from, but it's it was given to guys panning for gold, or with their bedpans or whatever the hell they used back then.
And then co-opted by Dean Martin. Martini co-opted by Dean Martin.
Yeah, Dean Martin. And I got the Whole Foods, the wonderful yogurt.
Oh, David! Look at that.
I see that.
It's from yogurt was in here at Whole Foods.
Yogurt, yeah.
Yeah.
What in the Sam Hill is that?
Dino.
Kikitsky.
Delicioso coffee liqueur from Veracruz, Mexico.
Nice.
It is 20% alcohol by volume.
Wow. That is definitely not a liqueur.
Yeah, it is. Says liqueur on it right there.
It's 40%.
Coffee liqueur.
Oh no,
20% alcohol
Never
by
mind.
volume is 40 proof. Or,
yeah,
Yeah,
40
I get the two translated. I have a slight case of dyslexia.
Oh, use your phone, David. It'll help.
Got me on that one.
Well, the vermouth is definitely important.
Sorry about that. That's a cheap shot. Anyway, I got it at not World Market. God, you got me stuck on World Market. Total Wine and Liquor. We got one here in Kansas. They're not allowed to be part of the conglomerate ones throughout the United States because our weird liquor laws. But they're still opened it up, and they're trying to get laws changed because if you buy it here, you can't use the card from here for your savings for, let's say, Oklahoma City's Total Wine or Denver or Dallas, wherever. It's strictly a Kansas thing, where all the other ones you can use anywhere. So, because I have a card I used from Missouri side, Kansas City, and they don't take it here. So, anyway, I have really diverged. That's where I got it at. I think I paid $24.99 for it. So. And it's a coffee liqueur from Veracruz, Mexico. It doesn't really say, it says caramel color at it, but I don't know if they're just using grain alcohol or whether they're using maybe a tequila. I can't have it. I can't really tell you. But I like call it coffee. I like coffee liqueurs. That's what I'm doing.
That's the first I've ever heard of this product. Honestly, I've never heard of Georgie. I never heard of Georgie. I never heard of the one you have. And honestly, I never heard of Nikka Days until a few days ago.
Well, Nikka is part of the Nikka. I've had the Nikka. Was this Nikka single barrel? I've had their single barrel, and I've had another Nikka product.
Oh, I've heard of Nikka, but not the Days. The Days.
No, that's new to me too as well.
All right, hold on. Just posting some stuff on people. Posting things, sending information to people to watch me live. Especially a friend of mine who gave me, especially a good friend of mine who gave me this weeded bourbon. This is, and forgive me for butchering it. Oh, by the way, good evening, everybody, or good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are across America and around the world. David, Robert, James, and Mr. T. Hello. I have the Jephthah Creed 6-year weeded, 6-year-old weeded bourbon. This is 93 proof. Thank you, Brian, for giving me this. Had dinner with him last week and his family during the Thanksgiving holiday, and swung by the house and just kind of hung out on a Saturday. So,
now
this is
which
what
one
I have
is
here tonight.
Which one is it again?
This is the 6-year-old weeded bourbon.
Okay.
And this is based out of Shelbyville, Kentucky, 93 proof. And I got the website up. It is 75% bloody butcher corn, 20% malted wheat, and 5% malted barley. And
what is bloody butcher corn?
That's a heritage corn. You see them. You've got several different kinds of heritage corns. Anytime you see the bloody butcher red or the blue corns, those are all Native American corns. They're
non-GMO corn.
Right, exactly. They're older styles of corn, not grown for for feed or for making
heirloom corn. They're original heirloom non-GMO corns.
Yeah, they're.
Now there's. I know you're fine. You're fine, Robert. The more I listen to you guys, the more I'm better educated about this. The only one weeded bourbon that I know of that I brought in, and I think according to some is very popular, and that's the Weller's weeded ale. Well, I mean, not weeded. Weeded bourbon. And so, I brought that and I tried it, and I'm kind of. I don't know what score I gave the last one. This one is kind of a little bit, I would say it's not a bad thing, but it's kind of a little on the rough side for me. But everything that describes here on the website, and I'm sure, Jay, you'll pull it up. Butter, toasted almond with a hint of warm croissant. It finished with a long, light, refreshing finish of white pepper, dark cherry, and creme brulee. I'm definitely getting the white pepper and maybe a slight of that creme brulee, but it does have a very good, strong kind of tobacco type palate. So, but that's what I have tonight, and I'm about to hang out and give my thoughts when I come back to tea.
We're gonna get that up in a little bit. Let me just check on one more thing.
Beautiful Christmas tree again, everybody. Look at the great Christmas tree.
Yeah,
it's pretty.
Festivus.
The rest of
us.
I got my little 3-foot tree up and my lights on my archway, so we're good to go. And of course, my bangles, jingle, jangle, jangle. Here comes Mr. Bangle. It's a cute little guy.
Oh yeah, Mr. Bingle. Yep.
Yeah, New Orleans snowman. I'll show later.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, holy shnikes, guys! I feel like so out of place today. Everyone brings a new product I've never, ever, ever, ever seen, and I'm coming with something that's so ancient.
But it probably is a winner, no matter regardless.
Oh,
Reuben. This is a single malt Highland scotch. This is a 14-year-old. This is coming in at 92% alcohol per volume.
92 proof.
This one is bottled and blended in Scotland. So it's not even from this country, except just to breathe the air. It's pretty. You'll have my description later.
Okay, let me try to get their website up. Let me check here.
Glenmorangie, it's the popular brand.
Yeah, I'm fine. I got it. I'm just trying to get the.
This is one that's been sitting in the old cabinet there for a while, so I figured I'd bring something out. I don't think I've ever done a review on this. Maybe I have.
No.
It says it's finished in ruby oak cask, aged 1 year in an American oak barrel cask, finished in port cask.
So we got ruby.
It says crafted by 16 men of
Tane. I know that one.
I got it brought up. I found the website. I got it.
I think enough Glenmorangie to know that one.
You know what? You lost me.
16 men of Tane.
Tane.
Not taint. That's something totally different. Just Tane.
Okay, let's see. Well, William might be busy. I don't know. He might join. Excellent. All right. So hello, folks. I'm here in Louisiana, and I found this product. It just kind of snuck up on me, I guess you could say, because I never heard of it. I don't research Japanese whiskey often, but I did find it, and it's called Nikka Days. And it's only 40%. And I'll show the website. Now, it's very yellow.
This is the same color as mellow corn.
That's the first thing I thought of. And when I poured it in the glass, I realized that the color of Nikka Days
is the color of mellow corn.
Same color of mellow corn and the same color of the label. Like everything is this yellow, like daylight.
Right.
Almost
like a apple snowball color.
Yeah, like 11:30 a.m. Whiskey time. Oh, it showed the mellow corn. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, guys. Yeah, mellow corn was the same color.
Yeah, y'all can have
very yellow. Very, very yellow.
Yes.
Okay, so here's the website there, and here's the website, and then I'll do my little review. I'm not going to go long. So it says Nikka Days. They're showing rocks glasses and some little appetizers or snacks. Nikka Days has been developed for whiskey lovers who appreciate fine drinks on any casual day, based on the concept of whiskey for every day. Its round bottle and bright colored label visualize the taste profile of the whiskey inside and enhance a vibrant mood. This whiskey can be enjoyed neat, on the rocks, in a simple highball, or a refreshing cocktail. In other words, any way you want to drink it. Nikka Days will complement and elevate your day. Comes in 700 milliliter bottles for like Europe and Asia, and 750 milliliter bottles for USA. It says a delicate balance is achieved by the skillful blending of mellow grain. Mellow grain whiskeys and slightly peated malts. With impressive floral aromas, this expression offers an extremely silky mouthfeel and fruity flavors that rise and expand, leaving behind a delightful aftertaste. And then it gives a disclaimer at the bottom. This product does not meet all the criteria of Japanese whiskey defined by the Japan Spirits and Liqueur Makers Association. And the reason is because...
Should we read more?
Well, I'll explain. I did do the research. Nikka owns a distillery in Scotland called
Ben Nevis.
Ben Nevis, and they use some of the Ben Nevis in producing this whiskey. So since they bringing in Ben Nevis scotch and blended it in, it's not technically Japanese whiskey, although it is made in Japan. Okay, so that's the story.
I believe Nikka in Japanese means you get very special acupressure massaging.
I was thinking about you the other day when I was in New Orleans, and I was walking down Baronne Street, and they had a place.
Where's that, Jay? New Orleans.
And there was a building, and they had special massage, Oriental massage.
Yeah,
I was thinking, man, you know, my back's kind of tight, that I didn't go there. But
the madam says, "You have a $60. You very handsome. You no have money. You not so handsome anymore."
So I'd like to go to one of those places one time just to see what their massage is like. You know, I've never had a massage really.
Like the ones in Edgewater, you get the massage at the very end.
Okay. Well, anyway, I probably won't get around to it. But anyway, it's very yellow. The aroma is lots of corn, you know, because they're using probably 80% grain whiskey, Japanese grain whiskey, which could be made from corn or rice from reading the documents I read. You get a little bread from the single malt. The Japanese were tutored on how to make whiskey by Scottish advisors. So their whiskey tends to mimic Scotch just because that's how they learned how to make it. Now the taste, cheers.
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 It's very bread, very easygoing. And like the website says, it's designed for every day, like mild, mellow, and so forth, like they talked about. So it's very mild and mellow. If you want some whiskey that's a punch in the face and bold and strong and full of a lot of
flavor.
Well, I don't want to say flavor. I want to say a lot of just more pronounced flavor. It has flavor. It's not going to work. But if you like mild and mellow, it'll work.
So are you tasting any of the scotch?
There's a little bit of peat smoke.
Since it's imported scotch, do you taste any of the scotch?
It's like about that much of the peat and smoke. It's like 2% smoke and peat and 98% just mellow bread and grain. It's enjoyable. The body's light. It finishes dry. It's nice. I can't really criticize a product that tastes the way it's designed to taste. You know, I mean, it's designed to be what it is.
McCormick?
Yeah, it's a lot better than that.
Then
It's a lot better than.
Oh, okay.
The problem with McCormick is they use an unaged grain spirits that 80% of it is unaged. And so you get a lot of harsh. I don't hate McCormick. Okay, I'm going to get that out front. If somebody gave me a bottle, I would not waste it. But McCormick has a lot of choppiness to it. It's a lot of bite, a harshness to it. When
The
you drink
whiskey or
McCormick,
scotch?
the McCormick whiskey, not the scotch.
Oh,
When you drink the
I got
McCormick,
friends with McCormick.
when you drink that McCormick, it lets you know why it's $5.99 a liter. But this product, the Nikka Days, has total smoothness. There's none of that cheapo character. All right. Anyway, so I'm going to give it a good score because I like it. All right. Now, going on to James.
Oh, ready? You know, you just reminded me. I want to try this Japanese hard liquor that I see at the big market over here, Mitsuya. It's made from sweet potato and rice. I think it's called Shiro or Shuyu, or I don't know. It's something like that. Like it begins with an S. Very short name, but it's made from the distilled sweet potato and rice. I'd like to give it a shot. All right. Now, I couldn't find a Georgie website, but since it's made here and it just says bottled in Baltimore, you know, you're an expert at finding them. And the vermouth wouldn't be applicable to the show because it's a wine. So,
Right.
4 times distilled. Next time, I'm definitely going to try gin because that's the original. All right. Dirty Martini. What is this? Does it say anything else about?
Well, we're going to see. And it shows an eagle with 2 heads, which represents the Eastern and Western Roman Empire. And that's a big, complicated story there. And then,
James, I have a question on the difference between vodka and gin. What is the difference between the two?
Well,
they both seem to be cool spirits.
It's been years and years since I've tasted gin, but from what I understand, it's made from juniper berries as opposed to the grains or potato of vodka.
Are they both starter? Are they both vodka, and then one goes off in a different angle?
Well, they're both clear.
you're on the right track. You're on the right track. It's grain spirits, and the grain spirits with gin rests. They let it rest with juniper berries.
When they start the distillation process for gin, it's different than with standard grain spirits. In the still, they'll hang like a cheesecloth bag or something like that, and they'll have all the botanicals inside that cheesecloth bag. That will hang down in the neck of the still, because as the still reflux and comes back down, it washes through those botanicals, and it keeps percolating as it distills that way. And then what comes out the top, you will have your gin, basically. But yes, it's basically a grain alcohol. It's just infused with botanicals that makes it gin.
It's kind of like when I was a kid, my uncle used to boil crabs, blue crabs out of the lake, and there was always like this bag that they put in it, had all kinds of herbs and stuff, and I believe it was Zatarans. It was a Zatarans bag.
Oh yeah, those mesh bags. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a mesh bag for going there.
Now, James, this one says New York. So the one they're selling at Total Wine is bottled in New York. It says, you want me to read it or you want to read it?
No. Well, I can't read it because it's fine print.
Okay, I'll read it.
Load up, Jay. I told you we're getting visually impaired as a group.
Speak for yourselves. I only got one eye and I operate pretty damn good.
New York.
You got 4 to me.
A crisp, clean vodka with a peppery fade, whatever the fade the hell that means. Notes of cherry. I don't know. They always detect things that I never noticed. Perfect mixability. Well, anything liquid is mixable. To create any cocktail, especially great to enhance a refreshing Bloody Mary. Well, Bloody Mary is It's like a salad with booze. You got the stalk of celery, you got the tomato juice, you got the hot sauce. I mean, it's a very nutritious way to get buzzed.
Yeah,
Anyway,
so they're saying cherry and citrus throughout. Okay,
Yeah,
cherry and citrus.
but anyway, I'm going to pour the dirty martini, the Dean Martini.
All right.
And I noticed by keeping it in the freezer, I taste the olives. And very strong olive flavor. But then again, I put in over half a dozen olives.
So James, is that what you should taste in a dirty martini is olives?
Well, they only put like 3 olives in it, but I love olives. So, you know.
But do they make them? Do they make the concoction like you do, or do they make it like, I don't know, like a Manhattan or something like that?
It's 1 cup of gin or vodka and 1 tablespoon of dry vermouth, which originally in the Middle Ages was a medicinal wine in Italy. So anyway, then you could do lemon with zest, or you could do olives. And the dirty martini means you pour a little bit of the brine from the jar of olives and shake it up. And I mean, I had a stainless steel martini shaker, but it was collecting dust, so I gave it away. And but you know, this I can put right in the freezer. But because of the combination of the brine from the olives and the vermouth, it has like a citrusy, lemony, acidic flavor to it. I like it. You know, when I shake it, excuse me, when I shook it, it foamed up, which was interesting. You know, became very foamy at the top. I like it, but I definitely want to try gin next time.
Next time you have to bring a gin, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to try gin. But,
Would you say that drink is an acquired taste, like some people like anchovies and blue cheese?
Yeah, I like anchovies on pizza and mushrooms.
So it would be an acquired flavor taste.
You know,
I tried it when I was a young man. I did not like it.
Oh, it is acquired because many pizzerias don't carry anchovies as a topic. But,
Yeah, I noticed that. That's horrible. That's blasphemous.
Well, I like any strong tasting food, especially from the sea. You know, any stinky, oily fish like herring and like pickled herring. I digress. But anyway, I love sushi though. But yeah, it's an acquired taste. The dirty martini.
A regular martini doesn't have olives in it. The dry martini is just vermouth and vodka or gin.
Yeah. But, you know, for some reason, someone decided to use 3 olives, but since
So would you just say that a regular martini is just vodka?
It's either vodka or gin plus. It's made with vodka predominantly anymore. But
Dry
vodka or gin with dry vermouth. That's your typical dry martini standard. And if you make it a dirty martini, you generally add the olives.
So I used to work at a restaurant. I used to watch the bartender make martinis, and they would just pour vodka in a glass, and they'd take the vermouth, and they'd put it over the glass like this, and they'd say, "Oops," they'd say, "There's the vermouth," and then they'd hand it off.
That must have been run by organized crime.
It was an Italian restaurant.
they couldn't use, they couldn't spare the vermouth.
They were cutting corners. They had to be cutting corners, you know, to do that.
I asked them, I was like, "What's that?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, a martini. That's it. That's what it gets." I was like,
What
"Don't worry." I used to hear, "Don't worry, all these old people are coming here. They're half loaded when they get here anyway."
Yeah, they're trying to save on the vermouth. They're cheap.
Yeah, a bunch of hustlers.
Unbelievable.
What's wrong on that? Sounds like organized crime.
That's not authentic.
Bunch of bastards, really.
That's like anytime I was in a fancy restaurant with relatives because they wanted to go there on a holiday. You know, you got the waiter coming around with the gigantic pepper mill, and you go, "Would you
Oh yeah,
some black
it's like
pepper?"
this
on it?"
big.
And he's like this, grind, and he walks away. I says, bring it back. I like a lot of black pepper, and don't just zing, 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 and that's it. You know, it's cheap. And people pay a premium price nowadays.
Oh yeah, and they're getting hustled. Yep.
For restaurants. You know,
Stay home, cook at home.
But Ronald goes to a lot of nice, delectable places. He posts on my group. Thank you.
Oh yeah, thank you, James. Yeah, I've been posting a lot of photos,
Now-
and everything is food. Okay.
Now, all things, just so y'all are aware, I did have this in the fridge. So it is chilled. I mean, it's been out now for 30 minutes or more, but it did
But
come
it's
chilled
important
in the
to keep
fridge.
full of core.
Yeah, I think it tastes a
Or
little
drink it
better
warm.
when it's a little cooler. I like adding it to the Vietnamese iced coffee. I make that once in a while. It's awfully good.
Did a review on one of those.
So, anyway, who me? Yeah, I might have did how to make one. Short, I think. Anyway, it's got good legs. It's thick. You can tell it's thick. I can tell you it's thick. I've had it. And you get all the coffee you want. It's a nice coffee note. It's not the sweet coffee, though. I mean, it's going to be sweet in taste, but what hits your nose is more, you get the bitterness to your nose.
Is there caffeine in this?
You know, I don't say on the bottle, so I couldn't tell you. I would imagine so, but I can't be for sure.
I know there were several beer companies, the craft beer companies that had our area, and they had to stop selling coffee infused beers because of caffeine inside of them.
Huh.
And just in our area, I don't know if they're still made or who delivers them or if they moved to decaf. So I don't know. I guess it was like a free base thing, you know, with some folks.
Now, Robert, you want to read the description, or
Yeah, I can read it. Let me get a little burp out there. Made using the only the best. I don't. That's made using
Load
the
up,
only.
okay.
Made using only the best coffee beans from the rich region of Veracruz. Enhance your drink with flavorful notes of roasted coffee bean, vanilla cream, and sweet caramel, and hints of almond. Its versatility allows it to be used in a wide range of mixed drinks. And like I said, when you're making Vietnamese iced coffee, this goes really good in it.
so whoever put this on the Total Wine website, when they copied and pasted it, they added an extra the.
Yeah.
That's why you had trouble reading it. Using. They put the only, but it should have been made using only. Yeah.
The grammar is not good.
No.
All right, Teach. Moving on.
It's a high rating. Look at that rating. Look at the rating.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, well, it's nice. It's got great flavor.
All
Like
right,
I said,
Robert.
on the nose, I
I'll
get
shut up.
all the
I'll
coffee.
shut up, Robert.
Like on the nose, you get.
I'm gonna show Whiskey Scout something. Yeah, I've been making my coffee with this. They call it the Vietnamese drip.
Oh, nice.
You gotta love Amazon. What you do is you put your grinds in there, and then you screw this down. You screw it down, and then you put it on your mug, like so. And you don't need any filters. And then you just pour the boiling water in there, and it drips right down in the mug. It's really excellent.
Yeah.
No grind.
Something similar.
Yeah, my grandma used to have one of those, except it had a pot at the bottom. So it's the same device you had.
Yeah, but
And
it's the
it went
same.
into
Yeah.
a pot, and it was. Yeah, I think everyone's grandparents
little
had one of
cream.
those. And in some cases, they're called French presses, since Vietnam was
No,
occupied
French press
by
is
France.
different. French press, you got to use the really large. It's got to be coarse ground coffee because you're pressing it, so it doesn't go through the press. I've
Not in
done
New Orleans,
almost
man.
every
They
way
do
to
it
make
in a
coffee.
different way.
I broke so many French presses because they're made of glass, and all they have to do is you have butterfingers and they slip and hit the
I
sink.
got I did the same
Oh,
thing,
yeah.
and I bought one from Starbucks, the
Thumbs.
metal one. And the metal one from Starbucks, double lined, almost like a thermos, but it's not. I mean, it's double lined, and it works great. Okay, back to this.
All right. Back to
On the nose, nice bitter coffee, a little bit of that almond note they talk about. And that's mainly what you get on the nose. On the palate. The vanilla cream shows up really good. You get that vanilla balance
Really? I
With
didn't know
the-
Rev has caffeine.
with the coffee.
Wow.
It really balances it really well. The vanilla does in there. You still get a little bit of the almond, but it's mostly coffee and vanilla just bouncing back and forth. It's thick. It's very syrupy. It's got a lot of calories because I can tell you there's a lot of sugar in this. And it even tastes good just licking it off your bottom lip where it just rides on the lip there. Stuff is good. You could overdo it very easily with this. So hence I've had it for 2 weeks and only half the bottle's gone. But I only add a little bit at a time to whatever I'm making. Even I've added it to regular coffee just to add,
Sounds good.
push the flavor up a little bit. But I enjoy it. And it's what it says. It's a coffee liqueur and it's got a lot of nice flavors that's associated with it. I got one of those too. I bought that in Natchitoches, Louisiana about 20 years ago, one of those back in the 90s. Yeah, I've been back in the mid-90s when we lived down there. We went down to Natchitoches. I'd never seen a coffee pot, metal coffee pot like that, so just because I saw it.
Does it work? I mean, it makes good coffee.
Of course it works.
Yeah, it works. I use it. I don't use it on the stove top. I use it on a little burner grill I got. And I actually take and cut a little filters. And I'll cut a circle of the filter out and place it over the top. And it actually works a little better. Otherwise, you got to use really coarse ground coffee and let it go for a long time.
Are you able to find the filters to fit that? Because I remember when I was a kid, my grandparents would actually buy the filters. They sold them in the store everywhere. They look like little discs.
Yeah, but
They
I've
just
never
fit
up in
down in there.
Kansas. I have never seen one
Yeah.
of it. I know I've seen the typical cowboy coffee pots where you just throw a handful of coffee in a big old coffee pot, bring it to a boil, take it off,
Right.
splash some cold water, and it settles the grounds and drink like that. But I had never seen one like
My
that.
grandmother-
No, the filters, I've never seen them up here. I just
Well,
make
Jean-Pierre is right. The only instant coffee I will ever drink is Cafe Bustelo. That's the only
No, it's not
instant.
instant. That's the real deal. That's
I
some
know.
good coffee.
Yeah, that's actually espresso.
Espresso, yeah.
but that is some good stuff.
You have to brew
And
it.
my family's been buying it
You
forever.
gotta cook
I've been
that
buying
stuff,
it
too.
forever, and that is some good stuff. Start your mornings
Let's
with.
go
And
juice.
my mother, my grandmother has before she passed, she had one of these kind of old school fashion. She did it the old school way because a lot of the Haitian, Caribbean, that style of coffee, that cream, which is kind of similar. The first time when I went to Cafe Du Monde, the first time I said, this tastes just like what my grandmother made. Probably identical. That same style press in terms of how they do it. Do coffee.
Hey Jay, what channel's the game come on?
ABC,
ESPN.
ABC at 7.
ABC for
ABC
the
proper?
ABC,
Okay.
ABC for the AAC, and the Mountain West will be on Fox. So yeah, that will be Boise State and UNLV. So tonight, but
That's not the game
anyway,
we're
this
talking
is what I have tonight, folks. I know Tulane and Army. That's going to be playing the AAC. Yes, but I will be doing flip-flopping back and forth. So, all right.
Thank you,
Jeff,
Tommy.
Creed.
Yeah, thank you, Tommy Carroll. I'm glad you enjoyed my French toast video made in the wok.
I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Hey, walk. What the
Yeah,
walk?
I decided to use the wok as a skillet, and I could fit all these slices at once in one shot.
Oh, yeah.
All right,
Bet
now
you could put a lot of
Jean
bologna in a wok.
Definitely.
is going to talk about
Sounds
his
good.
Jeff the Creed. Now, Jean, look at this photo.
Yes.
Whoa!
Beautiful.
Yeah, so that is the bloody butcher corn, as we've been talking about. So, while I have been sipping on this and taking phone calls from someone just about nagging me about something, but anyway,
Keep it to the chat.
but anyway,
Keep it to the review. No unnecessary personal drama here.
anyway,
Drama free.
all right. So 75% bloody butcher corn, 20% malted wheat, and 5% malted barley. I put a little ice in this right now, guys, because I've been sipping on it, and as it describes, the site, a beautiful golden citrine gem, nose, butter, and toasted almond with a hint of warm croissant. I've definitely gotten that toasted almond aroma. The palate, fresh baked Arsenal cinnamon bread with a honey glaze followed by tobacco and a touch of chocolate. Now, I definitely feel that tobacco on the palate, definitely. Now, when I didn't put the ice, there was a long, light, refreshing, they say white pepper, dark cherry, and creme brulee. When I didn't have any ice on it, I definitely got the white pepper. Now that I've added ice to it, there's the dark cherry has come out and a slight of that creme brulee. So here it is, 93 proof, as I said. So cheers to the weekend. We're in the month of December. So much going on, college football, NFL. So
Out
enjoy the
month.
weekend. Salute.
Out month.
So yeah, the dark cherry and the creme brulee has come out on this one. I'm not getting the tobacco that I get when I didn't put the ice in it. But I'm not, I thanked him for giving me this. Obviously I had something to sip on this past weekend, and but I don't know. I'm willing to try different things. Of course, anything clear, I ain't doing no clear stuff. Sorry, but yeah, I this is my second wheated bourbon I've tried. Of course, I tried the Wellers previously.
Yeah, Weller, that's a good one.
This isn't bad. Again, I just, I'm more towards the Buffalo Traces of the world, and the, Sazerac, and even some of the cheap stuff, 10 High, so
Yeah.
wheated
Well,
bourbon,
I mean, you're just trying different
I'm gonna
things.
try different things. So, but the ice has definitely brought a little more of that dark cherry and creme brulee, and maybe that's sort of that I'm not getting that Arsenal cinnamon bread they talked about, but the ice probably be better with this than drinking at room temperature. And that's where I've had it. I had it in my little area, kind of dry area, and didn't put any.
Yeah. Now wait, now you meant artisanal cinnamon bread, right?
Artisanal, excuse me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, like
Arsenal,
handmade.
sorry. Artisanal.
Yeah, Arsenal. That's a soccer team, but artisanal cinnamon bread, handmade cinnamon. All right, now David's gonna tell us about the Quintana.
I'll have my score.
No. All our fans have been patiently waiting as we're 50 minutes into the show.
That's right. You're just
Dun, dun, dun.
What are you talking about?
I'm bringing in the 14-year age.
No, he says he's been patient.
Lynn Moore.
Yeah, Dave ever got to
Ruben. Are you finished, Sean? It's going on 51 minutes now.
Go ahead, Dave. Go ahead.
I gave you your time. I gave you your time. Did not interrupt. Scotland, single malt, Scotch whiskey, port cast finished, 14 years, 1 year age in American bourbon cast, and finished in sherry cast. Okay, guys, it's been a fat minute since I've tried this. It's been quite a while. Still something at the bottom of this place. Oh, they changed the label. Look at that. On the nose, boy, you're getting that strong sherry finish. Oh, Sean, don't run away. You missed my review. The color, the appearance. Look at that. Golden, brown, and almost like an amber color. 86%. Cheers.
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 Yeah, 46%. Yeah.
46. Ooh, this got some kick to it. You can taste the alcohol. It seems to have intensified for some reason. or maybe because I was just drinking a light beer earlier. You do get that sherry finish. There's lots of wood in this. There's a burn, as Robert calls it, a hug.
Cookie hug.
There's a sweet presence to it. Oh, a little private counseling session going on. These two. But yeah, it's a full body. Taste, again, you taste sherry. The Highland it's kind of a low end flavor for a Scotch, I would say. It's more or less along the lines of a clean Irish whiskey. Yeah, it's good. I would recommend it. Tastes good. Let me put a little water in it. See if it opens up the flavor a little bit. Seems to have brought the sherry finish down a little bit. More of a woodness comes out of it, almost like the old school toothpicks. Always taste it like wood.
Yep.
Yeah, kind of dulled it out some. I like it straight.
You got any spicy notes coming off of it?
There is a little spiciness coming off. I can't really describe what the spice is. It's coming off of this. There's a pepper note.
Okay.
It's almost like a taste effect of what you get off of cinnamon, but the cinnamon taste is not there. If that makes any sense, it's almost like
it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, it's almost like a woodiness.
Yep.
It seems to be like a strong wood character going on with it.
Now, as far as the mustiness and the grapiness go in it, is it more tannic or is it more sweet?
I'd say it's a balance between the two.
Okay.
So you get the tannin and the sweet, so it kind of balances it. So you would get the tanniness from the wood. But it is very wood present. I guess it's because it's the double age of the barrels.
Right.
Going on with this.
The ruby ports are a little different. You got ruby, tawny, and just white ports, but most of what's finished in whiskey like that is ruby and tawny. And
so would you say
to give you more?
The port you get? I've tasted ports before. They seem to be sweet, like really like strong sweet. Would you say that this one kind of adds more like a wine finish because a port's kind of a wine derivative to it?
Yeah.
Port is a wine. It's a fortified wine.
Port's a fortified wine, and it's just one is tawny ports. I don't remember which one's aged longer, whether it's the ruby or the tawny. I think it's the tawny that's aged a little longer than the ruby. But one will give you more of a sweet note, and the other one gives you more of a slightly musty, slightly tannic note to it. And for the life of me, unless I try it, I couldn't tell you. And I haven't had
I'm not really getting the mustiness off of it, but
so it's sweeter than I would think.
It's good. I mean, I would recommend it. I mean, if you see it, it's a 14-year-old. You can't go wrong with that.
Yeah, I've had it before. I'd like it, but it's not an issue.
It's going to be well finished. Comes from a company that's been established for darn near 200 years. It says 1843 on there. So Glenmorangie, it's a well-known name.
They've been making whiskey a long time. They make good whiskeys too.
Yep, they're good.
All right, so now we're going to do the scoring part. So what is going to be my score for the Nikka Days? It's going to be good because it is exactly what it's created to be. It's created to be a daily, easygoing sipper. It's yellow, and the whiskey is the same color as the label. And you can't fault it. If you want to drink a much higher proof, stronger, bolder Nikka, well, they make those. They have some heavy hitters, but I don't know if I'd recommend drinking them every day. Might run into trouble there. But for this mild product, they do a great job with it. And they had a big, long article on the Nikka website. They were kind of ranting in a way, like we're not going to back down. We're going to still use scotch from our distillery in Scotland. And if you don't want to say that ours is actual Japanese whiskey, they were basically like saying, forget you people. We know what we're doing. And this it was kind of comical, But anyway, I'm going to give it a 9.3 out of 10, a 93 out of 100. It's a most excellent product, but it's mild, but you could still be mild and be most excellent, just the category, All right, so I'd recommend it. As far as show and tell, well, I don't really have any show and tell. I got a lot of stuff, but as far as what's coming up, we have Sunday, Super Sunday. Bring whatever you want. You can bring coffee, Cafe Bustelo. You don't have to bring liquor or wine or beer. Next Wednesday at 7 o'clock. Claude, you were right. I screwed up. 7 o'clock, not 7:20. 7 o'clock Eastern is holiday beers. Any holiday beer, top of the hour. And I have a holiday beer for like Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, that kind of thing. All right.
So
and
next
Wednesday,
the time has been changed
to the top of the hour.
Oh, okay.
It was supposed to be that way this last Wednesday, but I got confused. Claude corrected me, and he was right.
Are we moving into a new time frame?
Yes, top of the hour, 7 o'clock Eastern from now on.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah, it's going to work out better, I think.
We'll talk off camera about that.
Yeah, I think that's a better time. And then next Friday, Fandango Friday again, I hope. And that's about it. What the hell?
You didn't have any show and tell.
Please, not that again.
I
Not
didn't have
that
any show and
again.
tell. I didn't have any
We're never going to make game time with all this going on. Jeez.
Trash.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
you're
not
done
trash.
with it.
Don't be jealous because I got it for $1.99.
Just
All right.
finish
Get
it
that
off.
here.
Don't stop there. You got just a tad bit left. Don't stop for it all. Lord, I couldn't help myself if I had just that dab left.
Well, the Georgie vodka was okay. I mean, I didn't feel like spending money on anything except a high price, but it was on sale. But I should have gotten the one that was 5 times distilled, which was only 50 cents more. I don't know why I worried about saving 50 cents, but anyway.
It would have mattered.
Ah,
Between 4 and 5 ain't much.
Okay, my trademark. Hold on, my trademark data shows me that Georgie vodka was introduced in 1968.
1968. She does you and you owe her one. That's what that means.
By a company called Black Prince Distillery, and then Star Industries. But the current trademark owner, Jean's going to like this. The current trademark owner of Georgie vodka is the Sazerac Company. Oh boy!
oh wow.
Oh boy.
Monopoly.
They buy it all. They buy it all. Okay, you got the floor, James. You got the floor.
I heard the word wooden toothpick, so I grabbed one. But anyway,
A whole pack of them. I've had them for like 20 years.
like a toy mite, a human toy mite. Anyway, I'll give it a 90% as collectively as a dirty martini goes. Now the vermouth is really classy. I mean, it's imported. It's got all kinds of like Roman symbols on it. It says extra dry. The vermouth is it has more class than the Georgie vodka bottled in by Black Prince. But being that I only use a little more than a tablespoon, they say tablespoon, but I go over. You know, I have plenty of it for when I get good gin, and I won't be getting a cheap vodka next time. So I got plenty of the olives. They were on sale, 2 big jars. Got plenty of vermouth. So I'm all set. But anyway, 90% out of 100 as far as the combined blend here.
Yeah. Sound like a winner to me if you can get it for such a low price and it scores a 90. That's a winner, boy. That's a winner.
Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. But I think it has a lot to do with the Tribuno extra dry vermouth with the olives.
Pre-show's on.
And that's it. Because maybe I should soak toothpicks in it overnight. Who knows?
So James, when you were a kid, did you go to the candy store and get the cinnamon flavored toothpicks?
No, I got.
Oh man, we had those were popular.
We had stupid things like rock candy and
That.
and those wax lips with the artificial juices. Yeah.
Did y'all sing the Rolling
wax.
Stones songs and put them on like you were Mick Jagger?
The wax.
We did
You
all
know, we only had our
chicken
imagination.
dance.
We didn't have any high technology, just imagination back then. And what else? Yeah, you know, I still like things like super ultra dark chocolate, Mounds or Almond Joy and Snickers bars. That's it. But anyway, aside from that, candy. I pretty much like anything with chocolate and nuts.
Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes you.
Hazel-
I love Mounds still. I love Mounds.
Mickey Way.
I love
Mickey
dark
Way.
chocolate with
Midnight
strawberries.
Black.
When you
I
go
like
to the
Milky
dollar
Way
store,
Midnight.
Dollar Tree, the dark chocolate candies with the strawberry flavored or the raspberry flavor, I love buying those.
You know,
Jay's favorite.
if you open up
Flavored everything.
if you open up a jar of extra virgin organic coconut oil, it smells just like a Mounds bar.
Oh yeah, it does.
It does. It's a Georgie. Oh, look at that. Oh, nice.
All right.
Look at that.
Let me score mine so I got to get off and go eat. So let me get mine score real quick, guys.
Give your score, Robbie.
All right.
Look at
Give
that.
your score, Robert. Give your score.
Well, I'll wait till he pops me up. I mean, no big hurry, but I do need to do this because I'm getting hungry and she's already sent me the text. All right. For the score on mine, I'm going to go ahead and give it a 95 because I really like it. And I've had other coffee liqueurs, and it's right up there with the best of them. I love the taste of the coffee. I've loved the things you can do with it as far as mixing it with other coffees. So, and as far as any announcements, I've kind of slacked off since Thanksgiving. I've been doing other things, so I'll have to pick back up this next week. So, anyway, that's all I got going on. Now I'm going to get out of here because I'm hungry.
All right. Now, Robert, you know, if you do more videos, I'll watch them. You know I'll watch them.
Oh, yeah, I'm doing. Thanksgiving, I just had so much going on, and then I worked the week before that, so it's kind of catch-up time now. So
yeah. Well, enjoy your dinner. Enjoy your dinner. Your
Oh,
supper.
We'll do it again.
Yep.
All
You have
right,
a
Robert.
wonderful
See
evening.
you.
All right, James, any promos or show and tell?
Yeah, I was gonna ask Whiskey Scott how come black tourmaline is so expensive. I know he's a geologist, but anyway, he's gone. I do tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. I got Progressive Discussions Uncensored Saturday, where I introduced a open artificial intelligence tarot card reading for the country and the world, and it's been working out really well. I don't know where these friggin' gnats are coming from. Nat King Cole.
can
Anyway,
always ask your AI and
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
tarot cards. Right?
yeah, I can always
Jack
ask.
Frost.
AI always tells the truth.
I can always ask the AI where are the gnats coming? I have those sticky things hanging, the yellow. They do work, but I don't know.
Those things been around since out in the 70s. You know.
Gnats,
60s, John. 60s.
gnats. I always wonder what. But anyway, there we go.
It goes to what do you call that train, Jay?
Somebody, a friend of mine.
Southern Missouri, or whatever.
Kansas City Southern.
There it goes, man. It crossing the highway.
Ronald Theriot, a friend of mine, mentioned the blue cheese olives. Highly recommended him to make martini. So,
Well, Georgie vodka.
I've had those before, and they just seem to like fall apart and muddle up the olive juice.
you know what?
Like either
My mind.
the
I'm not getting.
garlic or jalapeno.
They had those.
Yeah, I find like if you stuff them with blue cheese after you take them out of the brine, they're not bad. But the bomb went already in the brine just kind of like makes it look like hazy IPA.
Yeah. But anyway, the tarot card readings are they're better than I thought they would be, because why should I rush through the book looking for the page of the card that I have selected and drive myself nuts when I can have OpenAI do it for me, and it's doing a fantastic job. It's a
Now,
Just like everything.
James, I haven't seen any divining rods lately.
well, I threw mine out because
And
it was fake, phony, fraud, copper divining rods, because the copper was only the coloring. It peeled off. And I said, those rat bastards. So I caught it and I bent it and I threw it right in the garbage, right in the cup. What do you call them? The recyclables. I says, I want real copper. Like when I got the mug. The Moscow Mule copper mug.
Oh yeah,
Most of them were not pure copper, but I found one that was 100% copper, and that's the one I wanted. The one that it's dimpled, and that's it. That's my promo. And
so in the morning, after you finish drinking the Moscow Mule out of the 100% copper cup, is your tongue blue like a Shar-Pei?
or like the Statue of Liberty turned blue with molds. You mean that? I think copper does that.
Right.
I
I
don't
just
know.
wondered if it
No, it's supposed to
to
be.
your tongue like a Shar-Pei, made it look like it. That'd be cool if you could like grow a Shar-Pei tongue.
The famous
Moscow Mule cup.
this famous Indian guru says that if you drink even spring water out of a copper vessel, it changes the molecules in it and turns it into like a super health drink or something. This famous Indian yogi guy with his beard was like yours, actually.
the Maharishi Mahesh Yogi.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, one of those. He's like very well respected, and he says copper does something to the molecules of anything that it's in, and it makes it really like health generating.
What does it do when you wear it?
Copper. Well, people with arthritis have worn copper bracelets, and
Like this one?
yeah. Like
I've been wearing this one for years.
Red
It
Fox.
also has magnets in the inside of it.
Red
My
Fox.
father asked me before he passed away, he's like, does that work? And I said, well, I'll tell you what, Dad, if I don't wear it, I'll feel it.
I wonder if they have copper rings for the manhood parts of the body. Anyway, I digress. Anyway,
James, he did drink a martini. All right, anyway, beverage ramble.
Go ahead, beverage.
Hey, I'm gonna give Jephthah Creed, the 6-year-old wheated bourbon. I'm gonna give this 90 out of 100. I think it's good. The Wellers, again, for the style. Again, I'm not one who's too well versed in wheated bourbon, but like I said, willing to try different things. Willing to try it. Willing to try this, try that. The Wellers was pretty good when I had it, when I brought this to the show. But this was it had that little tobacco. And again, when I add the ice to it, and you see it's all pretty much gone now, that it just kind of maybe cut some of that flavors down in half. So 90 out of 100, I think that's a pretty real score. Yeah.
Quick question. How close is that to Weller in flavor? Would you say Weller's
It's
more
close,
refined?
but it doesn't have that. It doesn't have that burn, that tobacco thing, that burn that it has.
So Weller
I
does
didn't
not
get
have
that
the burn. This does.
This does, yeah.
Or would you say Weller has the burn?
I mean, it sure is good, So
okay.
Again, like I said, I'm not big on. I'll try them, but I'm not a one who goes and buy wheated
It's a
bourbon.
heck of a price, man.
Yeah, he paid. Yes. Again, he was given to me by one of my former coworkers. He gave it to me. Brian, I'm sure he's watching right now. I sent a link to him.
Yeah.
That's what I was doing earlier. So
That's a big price for a wheated whiskey.
yeah, he loves it. We had it over at his place last weekend. He gave me the bottle. I said,
Jay,
"All right,
I know
sure,
darn good well you didn't pay $50.99 for what you got. I know darn good and well.
that he
And we will
probably
talk
went to
on-
the special store. I'm sure Jay, you went to the special store that we can't talk about to get a good deal on.
Let
this.
them have it.
Well, I'm not really here to talk about that. It's $50.99. It's $50.99. It's $50.99 at Total Wine and More. Okay. All right.
All right.
So, yep, and that is it. Oh, show and tell.
Yeah. Show and tell and promos.
Yes, I did a review of the Flash Cat Imperial IPA by Creature Comforts, and that's on the channel. I will bring this for
A
Super
cat?
Sunday.
Like a house cat?
Yeah, meow meow, kind of like orangey.
Poor old orange. You don't even bring that up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
poor orange.
That one's Goldie.
So, Flash Cat Imperial IPA by Creature Comforts, a brewery based in Athens, Georgia. Very popular here, not only Athens, but also throughout the Atlanta area and even other parts of the state, Columbus and whatnot. So I did a review of this, so I will bring that for Super Sunday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern, 7:30 a.m.
I was captivated by that can hard. What is it?
Yeah,
An
nice
Imperial
little
what?
tune. Yes.
Oh.
An Imperial IPA,
Oof.
8%.
I never heard of
8%.
that. I never heard of that one. That's interesting.
Crapshoot. Here we go.
They have some other
IPAs
IPAs that they put out. Creature Comforts puts out. They got the Tropicalia. They got their Cosmic Debris. And those are probably the only two that I could come up with right now that I can think of. So,
All
yeah,
right.
so,
how about promos?
And also,
What's the
like I
Uh-oh.
said, I'm bringing this to Super Sunday, 10:30
Okay,
a.m.
all right.
Eastern, 7:30 a.m. And I got this yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at that.
$5.99. I will probably do a review of this tomorrow evening and post it. It's very cold right now, but I'll probably do it before I review it. I'll sit on the counter for maybe about 45 minutes to an hour and let it kind of.
No, I wouldn't know that. No, no. 15 minutes.
20 minutes.
15
You did
minutes.
not pay
minutes.
$5.99 for that. There's no
$5.99, my friend.
$5.99.
$5.99.
$5.99.
I'm gonna
9%
have to look up.
alcohol.
I have to look up a receipt I got, but I'm telling you, I don't think this was $5.99.
Yeah.
So this is
but
something
don't-
looking at
so
the
15
ABV.
minutes.
More.
So 15, 20 minutes around that time to leave it out.
I
let
would
it-
say
let
at the
it warm.
most 15. At the most 15 minutes.
Okay. So this is what I'm gonna review. I'll probably do it tomorrow night in between the football games and review and post it
Oh.
Sunday morning.
Look at
And
the date.
looking
The
forward.
Best Buy date.
Yeah. What is it? 2029.
No, it's 6. Mine's 6/05/27.
Yeah, it's got a good
Where,
shelf
where you
life.
find that?
It's
Where you find that?
Mine's
Oh, I
right
see,
on
I
the
see
back
I
where it
see
says Trader Joe's, right above it.
I see it.
It's a great
Sure.
price. It's a great price.
It says 607.27.
Okay, yeah.
Mine's 605.27. Okay, so mine's older than yours.
Yeah, we got to go to David now. We got to go to David now so he could do his promos and show and tell and score. Actually, the score is the most important part.
And I'm drinking Natural Light, about to watch some football.
Okay.
James,
Just
where'd
say
you go?
natural.
What about the special glass? All right. The wee glass, which is the yogurt that comes in the glass. And these
Chobani,
are,
yeah.
what are those little things that you broke that somebody sent you? What are these things
Glen
called?
Mori- Oh, Glen Cairn.
Man, these things are. Look at these as the free durable Glencairn.
Oh, those things would not hold up at all.
Oh
Those-
man, these things here. Look, you can't break these things.
Those are a lot more durable, yeah.
Yeah, because this yogurt comes from France, doesn't it?
Chobani, yeah.
And we all know that vessels from Europe coming in nice, thick,
Heavy glass, yeah.
because most of them are returnables. Anyway, yes, it's very good. Give it a score on this. I'm gonna give it this. I'm gonna give it a 92. It's a 14-year-old. I like the way it's aged in American oak and then finished off on port sherry cast. It's interesting. I just wish it had more of a peat presence in it. There's a light peat presence. But, it's Highland. So you're not going to get that punch. We all like. We like that.
Yeah.
That good punch. Okay. So very good. See it, pick it up. You're going to spend a penny. I don't know if you're going to spend as much as Sean's weeded ale, but you never know. So show and tell.
Good thing for free.
This thing. I saw this thing hanging out.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
This is from Prairie Artesian Ales. This is Seasick Crocodile. This is a sour ale with cranberries, ginger, cinnamon, and nutmeg.
Oh man!
And I was like, sour ale. I'm not so sure about sour ale. So got one down. It's got a born on date of October 8th, 2024. So I figured, it's almost got that ugly sweater thing going on with it. Figured I'd pick it up, see what it's all about. Got Santa running behind the alligator, or is the alligator running behind Santa? I don't know. Yeah, it's coming in at 6.3% alcohol. I thought it was okay. That is it.
Okay. Now, that's right, Tab. You're right, Tab. All right. Now, James is going to close this out with a musical accompaniment. Thank you so much for joining, James. It's been too long. It's been too long.
Thank you.
I was thinking about you the other day, thinking when you were going to come back on the show.
Well, I never like to bring the same thing twice. That's why. I enjoy you guys. You guys contributing to Everything Is Food, and
Public service announcement.
we always look forward to your input, both of you. Anyway, I'm going to play There's No Place Like Home for the Holiday. was a little congested tonight, but the Martini opened me up, so I was able to do something.
James, might I recommend something?
Yeah.
The Prairie Artesian Ale. It has berry, ginger, and cinnamon nutmeg. That'll definitely help you out.
Yeah, artisan ale. Yeah, artisan.
Artisan. My dinner will be sauteed Alaskan codfish over organic brown rice, and I have the wok heating up right now. You know, my Chinese friend in mainland China says, "What are you doing? You're heating up pizza in there. You're making French toast. What the hell's wrong with you?" I says, "Hey, it works great. You know, I can fit everything in there."
As long as it works. As long as it works. I got a Magnolite. Frying pan that I put on my stove sometimes.
Magnolite. That's
Yeah,
it.
it's kind of a Louisiana thing. Aluminum.
It's Louisiana tradition.
Tradition.
Magnolite.
You know what is going to replace all the electric stoves, which I hate, is it's called induction range. It's like electromagnetic
I don't like that.
energy. Well, you
It's like
key
microwaves. I don't like to do with the proteins. It screws
well,
them up.
you key in the coordinates. I mean the temperature and the time, and then it cooks immediately. The water starts boiling right away. But if you put your hand on the stove, it's cold.
Really?
Oh, like those stove tops. I like that.
Yeah, but you have to have, as long as your cookware is magnetic, where the refrigerator magnet sticks right to it, you can use it.
Well, folks, thanks. Thanks to Robert and
$12.99. In case anyone wants to know, $12.99.
The what?
I paid $12.99 for a 4-pack of this.
That's not too bad. Thanks to Robert in Kansas for joining. Thanks to James.
Specialty store.
Robert, good to see you again.
Thanks to James P. Madonna in New Jersey for joining.
James, glad to see you again. And of course,
And happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and all the above, and Happy New Year.
John.
Likewise.
Today is St. Nicholas Day. St. Nicholas Day. Thanks to Beverage Ramble for joining, and Georgia and David, Pete, Mash, and
Always
Louisiana.
fun.
Tomorrow is Pearl Harbor Day.
Yes.
Right.
Yesterday was Krampus night. Oh, my hero, my mentor.
Is Krampus related to the Rougarou?
Well, he's a German. He's a semi-demon, but he serves a purpose, which is going after all these spoiled, coddled, rotten little monsters and people too. You know, to punish them.
I was at a grocery. Okay, I'll tell this before we get off the air. We're about to get off the air. I was at a grocery store today, and a woman was shopping. She had her child in the basket. All right.
Imagine that, a woman shopping with a child in a basket. Anyway,
and the toddler was taking all of her groceries and throwing them out the basket onto the floor.
Well, Krampus, where are you? You know, he's there's a Krampus. I heard there's a Krampus festival in New Orleans every year.
Yeah. So the mother kept saying, "Don't throw the groceries onto the floor."
Yeah, like he's gonna care.
So, all right.
You ever
Y'all
see
Some good groceries. The groceries from where? Is it from Aldi's or Winn-Dixie?
No, it's just that it doesn't matter. It's just a grocery store, and the child was throwing all the groceries onto the floor.
You ever see where the mothers spank kids like that with the diaper? They give them like love taps. Like,
Yeah, like,
not New Orleans.
Don't do
Whoo,
it.
man, dig it in.
You better stop that right now.
well, my mother used to specialize in a leather belt.
Raw. I'll tell you what. When I was a little kid at Schwegman's, you got scared when you heard some woman correct her kids like that. You're like,
so you want
yelling at your kids? I beat you, since I knock you to three sides of Sunday. It's like,
Yeah,
damn.
I used to get beat with a leather belt.
Yeah, and if you were bad,
Me
you
too.
got
Me
the
too.
buckle. Do the huckle.
All right. That leather belt, I tell you what, the leather belt kept me from cutting up in the store.
Well, my grandmother had the wooden spoons, all different sizes.
Oh man, the best was the garden hose. Because
Oh God, no!
smack and collapse and wouldn't leave a mark.
Or better yet, having a shoe thrown at you
It was like,
and it expands your nose, like my mom did for me.
oh
What
man,
what about getting
the
slapped
flip
in the
flop
face?
would take off like the flip flop would take off like a frisbee.
What about that guy in Iraq that threw the shoes at G.W. Bush and he ducked?
What about getting slapped in the face with a washcloth? I got slapped in the face with a washcloth as a child.
I like
You
the
mean
garden.
the whip.
The garden.
The whip?
Yeah.
We used to play when we were kids. We were running around whipping each other with. You take a towel about that long and you put the little end in the water and you wring it out and you could whip it. You'd
Whip it good. Da, 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 da.
pop. Yeah.
We had a weeping willow tree. Those were painful. Those branches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, folks,
Anyway,
thanks
All
for
over the
joining,
levees around.
joining our discussion of child discipline in the 1960s and 70s. All right. Well, y'all take
70s,
care.
80s.
Game starts in 1.5 minutes.
All right. Bye-bye.
All right,
Later.
I'm going to the TV right now. Bye bye.